Mite. Mino. Hello. Hello. Audible. Checking. I kind of like fiddled with some stuff today. So I'm just checking. Hello? Hello? I am audible. Thank you. Let me see. Who's here today? Abada. Hello, Zazie. Hi, Kaziko. Hello, Brian. Hi, Rick. Hello, Blaze. Hello, Zazie. Hi, Simon. Hello, Rico. Hello, Mr. Crush. Hello. No. Hi, Puck. Hello. So many of you here today. Hello. Hi, Double. Hello. Aww. Can we not talk about the title first thing? It's been a weekend. Can I avoid it for a while? I don't want that to be the first thing I talk about. Can we like not talk about it first thing? Give me a minute. I gotta warm up first. You don't gotta get into the storytelling mode. Because there's a whole build-up of things that lead to this, okay? It's a whole thing. No. It ain't about the get it out of the way. No. You gotta get into the storytelling mode. Because if I don't get into the storytelling mode, it's not gonna be as interesting as you might think. Thank you, Max Cat. So start the schedule taking 30 minutes per day? Hell yeah. Yeah, I need to warm up. I gotta get into my talkie mode, you know? I've been pretty quiet all day. I haven't really talked to anybody today. I've been working a lot today. Gotta warm up the storytelling. Exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna rant. I just need to get into the mood to rant. You know what I mean? There's like a whole thing. There's a whole thing. Okay? There's a whole shindig I gotta do before that. Take a swig of water. Oh yeah. I'm drinking out of my watabato. What a bull. My mom stole my water bottle for a day. Well, technically it was hers first, but she hasn't used it in a while, so I just took she took it back. But then I got it again today. That's good. Water. Hey. Let me like moisturize too. My skin's been getting a little worse today. I think it was just because I was stressed out about making all the stream schedule thingies for the week, and I saw a little infected pustule on one of my wounds. That's a little concerning. One of them can be a very bad sign. And so I've gotta be pretty careful with my health for the rest of the week, which is a little difficult to do sometimes, but I will try. Yeah, I just gotta do a little more, I guess, upkeeping with the health stuff for the foreseeable future. Yeah, but otherwise I'm okay. That was just a very unexpected way to wake up this morning. Yeah, I haven't really been sleeping very well, so... And then I woke up late, because I knew I had a night stream, so I slept in. And I was like, man, I think I slept in too much, because then I didn't have as much time to like make my schedule like I wanted to. And remember how I told you I had like a story to tell you guys yesterday about making my schedule? Yeah, there's a lot of stories that I'd like to tell today. I live in Toronto. Vitamin C will do me good. I have vitamin C, vitamin. Got that. I think the weather might be it, but the thing is I haven't really been outside, so I was hoping that wouldn't be the case. Something's messing with me. I don't know what, but something is. I've been trying to ignore it, like, no, my skin isn't that bad. You know, I've been trying to just ignore the fact that it's getting worse in hopes that my, lack of focus on my skin will make it not so flary, and it worked for a while and then it stopped working. They are. There's also a lot of construction happening. My parents decided to have our backyard renovated, so we're gonna have like a nice deck and stuff, and a little garden. So there's some landscape and stuff going on in the house. I guess around the house. So I'm seeing like, okay, this has been how it's like. I think it started last week. It only really got bad within the past 2 days. So I knew my parents wanted to get the backyard renovated a long time ago. Like I knew when we bought the house, you know, that they wanted to get the backyard renovated and the front yard too, actually. So, oh hi Greg. So my dad finally decided, okay, we're gonna do this. You know, we're gonna do it. And I didn't know when construction was gonna start. So just last week in the morning, I woke up and there was like the sound of a jackhammer, and I was like, "What in the fuck is happening?" I woke up at like 9 a.m. to the sound of a jackhammer. Like it felt like it was right outside my window. And you know what? I was right. It was outside my window. Like I looked out of my window. I don't know. I think some of you guys know this, but my window, it looks to the. Oh wait. There we go. Okay. So what happens with my window, the way that my bedroom faces out, it faces a, what's the word? It faces another house, and it's window to window, so I can see my neighbor's room through the window, which is why I never open it. I would really hate to open it. My family, my mom, she will come into my room and open my window, like not open it, but she'll like bring up the blinds because she's like, you gotta let the air, the sun hit your room, and you gotta let it be bright and, you know, natural sunlight, stuff like that. And I'm like, Mom, you don't understand. And, like, she'll do it anyway, and I have to bring it back down, especially on the weekends when she's actually home, you know. So then she, I normally have my blinds down. I never open them unless I really want to, and that's rare. So, I looked out of my blinds. I opened it up a little bit today to see what the heck the jackhammering sound was, and it was like the construction guys taking up the grass because they're gonna like put a path or something along that side of the house. And I was like, oh lord, oh dear. It's like right outside, you know, like. So that happened. That lasted about 2 days, and I think they finished it, which thank God. And after that, started to work on backyard. Backyard meaning making the deck and taking up the grass in the backyard so they can put down new grass, stuff like that. Oh, thank you. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, Toronto is nice. So then, I saw the backyard. It's been under construction for the past few days. I wake up to jackhammering sounds every morning. And you know, me going to bed late, waking up to that is really painful. Like I don't get good sleep anyway because my skin makes me really itchy. So there's the itch going on. And then there's the jackhammering sounds going on. And it's just yeah, I'm just very annoyed with how my sleep schedule is lately. And I think just lack of sleep, lack of good sleep, I think specifically. It's not that I'm not sleeping enough, it's just the quality of sleep is terrible. That's really what's ruining me right now, I think. So skin bad. Skin very bad. But I'll hopefully not get an infection. I already saw the infected pustule, so I'm kind of scared. But I'll get there. My feet also haven't been so great, which is why I'm avoiding doing the sock modeling stream. I need my feet to heal up too. I haven't really been able to walk very well because of it. So before my feet weren't so bad, I would like go downstairs to see, say like if someone came home, I would like greet them at the door and be like, "Hi, yeah, like how's your day?" Yeah, but because the skin of my feet have been bad, I haven't really been able to do that. I don't really walk unless I have to lately. So pain. Sleeping during the night and not the day could help. That's what I've been doing. I do sleep at night. I actually sleep really well if when it's not loud and blaring. I think if you mean the opposite. Yeah, they're cracking more, even though I like dunk Vaseline on them every night. For some reason, it's just yeah. I don't know. If I sleep at non-degen hours, my work schedule fucks up, and my stream schedule will fuck up as a result. So no, I cannot do that. I don't think degen is really as degen as most people think. I sleep around 2, 3, and then I wake up like 8 hours later. You know, and that's like a good time for me, and I'm very happy with my schedule. So that's been going on. That's been terrible. And then Sunday is where shit really hits the fan for me. Remember how I have a new schedule, right? Like the template and stuff. I wanted to put it into Figma. I don't know if you guys know what Figma is, but it's the application that I use to edit my schedule every week. And I had a template thing that I used before, not mine, right? It was one that I bought, and then I customized the colors and stuff so it looked a little more personal. And the way it worked was there's a widget, and you select how many streams you do in the day, like Monday 1 stream, Tuesday 2 streams, Wednesday offline, Thursday stream, Friday stream, Saturday stream, and then Sunday offline. And there's also the time converter. So you have a main time, and then there were like 2 other time zones that it would convert that time to automatically if you just select the proper time zone. Now all of these time zones and the dates, like the 21st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, so forth, you know, all of that was coded into the widget, which then, if I just did it through the widget, it would go onto the schedule. To do my schedule now, or at least prior to Sunday, I had to go into the PSD file, select the day, change it manually from like 21 to like 7 days later, which would be like 28, right? Do that for each day. And then the start of the week to the end of the week dates, also have to manually change that. Every time zone, I would have to manually change each one. So I would write 1 o'clock, like 13:00 on every day that I stream that, and then the different time zones, and it's very specific layers, right? Like each text box is a layer, each little motif on my schedule is a layer, and I was like, this is terrible. And this is why I never made schedules in the past. If you remember 3 years ago, I didn't like making schedules because of this one thing. And I know people make schedules without doing time zones, they just put it in one time zone. And I'm like, I was so close to just editing my schedule and getting rid of the time zones just to do that. But then I was like, this ruins the template because it looks really pretty, right? Like you've seen my schedule. I posted it on YouTube, the community tab, if you want to see it. But it's really pretty. So I was like, man, I should use it for real, for real. So what I tried to do was on the same canvas that my previous schedule was on, I had to upload the PSD file. Well, not the PSD file. I had to upload the schedule, right? Now, unfortunately, Figma does not accept PSDs. Like, if you just drag and drop the PSD into the application, it will not separate the layers and put it into folders for you. It will not do that. What I had to do was hide all the layers and then select specific ones that I wanted, turn them into PNGs, and then drag and drop them in layer by layer into Figma, into the app that I wanted to use. Yes, Figma. And then, after doing that for every single layer, so that means the background, the star, the outline of the star, the background shadow of the star, all the little motifs. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All the background of that. And the offline versions of that too. So there's like an online and offline version, right? Like where it says angel training. All 7 days, one by one by one. And that's not even it. I have to do the text now. And the time conversions, right? So to do that, I took my previous schedule and tried to copy and paste it into the new template, the new schedule template, and then just rework where the time zone and the fonts and where all of that went. But obviously, I have to do that 7 times because there's 7 days. And unfortunately, there were times where the text box would not change or would not update the date or time because of specific labeling or because the widget coded the date change or the time change per that text box. So if I didn't copy and paste it directly, it wasn't going to change. If I just made my own, it wasn't going to change. And I was like, there's got to be a different way. So I tried like copying the exact way that the text box were formatted and all of that, and I had to do that 7 times. And I was just like, you're kidding me. Eventually, as you can see, I got it to work, right? But it took me an entire day. Yeah, the widget was meant only for the previous schedule. I tried to find a different way to do it. Maybe there was like another widget I could use. But in the end, if I didn't have the text box there for it to, you know, convert the time to or change the time to, then obviously it wasn't gonna be there, right? So in the end, I was able to get it. I was able to do it, and it looks good. It might not be exactly the same size for text or colors. It might not be exactly the same colors as the original, but I think I got it pretty damn close. Like, if you look at the previous template that I used compared to the new one, it's a different font. There's different colors, different placing of things. The art was actually really difficult because I didn't know how to clip it into the thing. I didn't know how to clip the mask thing of the art that I wanted to put on the schedule into the star, like to fit it within the star. I was like, how is this? How the fuck did I do this before? I didn't know. So yeah, that was pretty rough. But I mean, I did it. I had to Google a lot of things. I tried to Google like how to basically code the layers so that it would fit with the widget, or like the widget would do the thing that I wanted it to do. And god, yeah, it took me the entire day to figure out. One day, maybe like this weekend, if you guys are in Discord, I can show you what I mean by what I did. Because I think explaining it like this is a little difficult for someone who doesn't really understand like the whole layering thing or how Figma even looks like. So I'll do that this weekend if you guys want to see it. So yeah, that was another whole story that I had. I did work hard on it. This is the hardest I've ever worked on a schedule since what, 2022. I don't think I've put in that much effort. Yeah. So okay. So I did my schedule. I told you guys about all the shitty things that I had to deal with the whole, you know, waking up at terrible times and stuff. And then I think there was one more story I had. What was it? Do you guys remember? Oh. So I wanted to talk about the streams I had this week, and then I'll tell you my story. I'll tell you my story after that, okay? The whole purpose of doing a midnight me is actually talk about the streams that I have planned for the week, and then I'll get to the story, okay? I'm warming up. Okay, so obviously we have this stream tomorrow. Is a Genshin stream, and I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of excited for it because I haven't tried Kenichi yet. I might try him tonight before the stream tomorrow, because I need to consider if I want this boy. You know, I need to consider if I'm gonna buy him or not, and it's so scary to have to buy a character that I don't actually need. It's just, okay, you know how much I love Alhaitham. He is my Dendro boy. He's my Dendro DPS. I have not been able to build him for the life of me, no matter what it is I do. Like, I don't know why this is the case. I've invested so much time and effort into this boy, and I could not build him. It is very sad. But right now I have a pretty decent Milani. She can be better. She doesn't have all her artifacts leveled yet or anything. But she is dealing upwards of 30k damage up to, I think, 100 something in the domain that gives her the boost. But in the open world, I've seen her do up to 70k, I think. So, you know, she's doing alright. Oh. Why does this keep happening today? Yeah, Ahao is very, very much of a turnoff for me. I understand why he is the way he is. But I'm just, oh god, I don't know how much I can support this boy. And he's, you know what though? Because he is such a good voice actor, and you know how everyone is just like, oh fuck this boy, like fuck that, like oh my god, he's so annoying. Because the voice actor did such a good job, that is how you know, it's how you know that he's worth though. You're getting 2 characters in one. I think that's a bonus. Oh, Heroes, thank you for the 8 months. Hope you next year while I'm in Korea, guys. Hey! Have fun in Korean, guys. Yeah, the VAs do a real good work, right? Like, that is how you know the VA is good. It's because, like, how it makes you feel strongly about him, right? You know, like, he could have a shitty personality, but not such a good voice. Hi, Flores! Yeah, so I'm gonna try Kenichi tomorrow. We'll try him out. We'll try him out together. See if he's worth. If he's not worth, then he's not worth. You know, we'll just have to wait for what? Silonen, is that her name? I don't know how to pronounce it, but Geomummy, another Geomummy number 2 for me. So you know, maybe I don't know if I'll pull for her or not. I gotta see. I'm not feeling anything very strong about her at the moment. I know she's a very good character, very good support. Her rollerblades are kind of cool, but I don't really, you know, she's not giving me a pull. Not the same kind of pull that Kachina gave me. Yeah? Yeah. He's more for Pyrodendro. Yeah, he's a Burgeon. He's a Burgeon character, which is very different from, like, Alhaitham, who thrives on Hyperbloom. Oh, yeah. She's a DJ. Yeah, her ult is pretty cool. I like the sound wave, the sound bars that go up and down. But you know what? Like, if she doesn't fit with the team, or if she is not a playstyle that I enjoy, I have decided I will. I need to be a little more frugal, I think, on my Genshin pulls. I'm not free to play, clearly, but I'd like to be free to play. It's a want. Doesn't mean it's true, but it's a want. Doesn't mean it'll happen, but it is a want. Have fun, Marky. Eat well. Did I at least clear the what now? I'm very, very close. I'm like 40 something at the moment. Yeah, I'm getting there. Artifact crafting thingy? No, because I don't know who I want to use it on. Hi, Lady J! Hello! I am the new Genji character. Hey, yo. Okay, wait. Let me see what else I got. Okay, Thursday is playing with Google Translate. I'm actually really excited for that. Because there are certain phrases I'd like to try. There are certain slang words I'd like to try. We'll have to see how well it takes that. So you can expect a lot of Cantonese speaking on Thursday. Friday the 27th, I have a drawing stream. The drawing stream is more so dedicated to a friend of mine. At the moment, I actually don't know which friend I want to draw because there are 2 friends that I'd like to draw. I was hoping to draw them with me. Usually I know I do draw myself. I don't draw other people on my own streams. But I figured, you know, I think I should. I wanted to try. Hi, Mopeka! How did you get a cutter but we don't answer that? I'll answer that after I finish talking about my schedule. And then, let's see. Saturday! Oh, I'm excited about Saturday. Saturday is the Helldivers tier list. Specifically, the stratagems. And I made a little disclaimer in that stream. If you could read that before attending that stream, I'd be very grateful. Just because I know Helldivers is kind of a... I don't know how to word this, but people feel very strongly about the game. People also have very, very different opinions about it. So, as someone who plays the game a certain way and then not the way that everyone else does, I figured it was good to put a little disclaimer at the bottom before the stream, so people have time to actually read it. And you know what? I love the game a lot. I love the game a lot, but I'm also really scared that people are gonna be like, "No, you have the wrong opinion about this," and I'm like, I don't really think there is a right or wrong. You know, it's just a how do you use a thing. So basically, what the disclaimer is just I hope people will understand my choices. And I'm not like an expert hell diver. I'm not like the kind that will go and do level 9s by myself and solo dive all the time. You know, I'm not that kind of hell diver. But I am a person who loves the game and has tried almost everything, I think, within the game. And I've seen many people use the thing, use many different things within the game. So I can see how things are useful. Maybe I don't use it myself. But you know, I just thought it'd be good to have the disclaimer. And the other thing is, I don't have the same playstyle a lot of people do. I'm not aggressive. I'm very supportive in the game, and I don't think many people understand that. So hopefully, my choices for stratagems are more understandable with that disclaimer down there. Yeah, yeah. Because jeez, I've heard that a lot. Honestly, there was actually one time I played with randos and they were talking about the stratagems, and I was just typing in the chat because I didn't want to say anything with my voice, but I figured I could talk in the chat, right? And I was just like, oh, but I kind of like the dog Rover, and they were like, oh, that's for babies who don't know how to do shit by themselves. I was like, okay, okay. You know, I realized that there are people out there who have very strong opinions, and I was like, all right then. Says you level 20, but I'm level 70. Okay. You know, I just don't want to make anyone angry, or I don't want to cause debates that are bad, or like, you know, I don't want to start shit. You know? You know, I have my own way of playing, my own preferred loadout. Everyone has their own preferred loadout, and it changes depending on the team you play with. You know, so I figured I put the disclaimer down there. Yeah, yeah. I don't want that stream to be like a "but you're wrong" kind of thing. No, Helldivers doesn't have ranks because it's PVE. Okay, I think that's it for the stream. That's it for the streams. Okay, I'm gonna turn my fan on. It's getting button. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I got really sweaty. Yep, I've been trying to wipe my sweat constantly. Fun in the wrong, you never... I mean, I think I have a lot of fun with the game. I do have a lot of fun with the game. Everyone's ready for his... Yeah. See, I'm not that. I'm a very casual helldiver. I'm no expert. I'm just vibing. I just enjoy a game. You know? I just enjoy the game the way that it exists. I don't keep up too much with like how the company's doing or the changes they've made or you know, stuff like that. That's not really like what I'm there for. I'm there to shoot bots and bugs and revive my friends and laugh when they explode on a mine or something. You know, like that's it. I'm not there to be like strategic. Not greatly strategic anyway. Yeah. Right now, let me see. In my room, it's about 25 degrees, which is really hot for me. I am a 18-degree girly. But outside is 17 degrees. So outside is actually colder than what my room is in the summer. I'm hot. I'm very, very hot. Okay. We get to the story now. You want the story now? See, we're still going through a heat wave. I think it's finally about to leave, but we're at the tail end of it. Okay, let me sit properly. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait. Alright, okay. No, I do not. Okay. It is time for the story that you all have been waiting for. Ah. Oh, no. Okay, it's not as long as you think, alright? It's not as long as you think. Maybe it is. But there's a build-up, okay? There's a build-up to the story. I swear it didn't just happen randomly. It was like a thing that led to another thing, which led to another thing, and then it happened. Alright? And I counted the amount of things as well. Okay, so what happened? Why do I have a cut on my butt? I never thought I would say that. Dream. Okay, but I have a cut on my butt and it hurts like a bitch. Okay? Okay. Oh wait! Their money Thank you, Dave, for my ABC funds. I wish it was that easy, Alvin. It is time, yes. Okay, I'll tell you my story. Now, no, I'm not gonna answer chat while I'm telling my story because this is important, alright? It's important. So, why does Mie have a cut on her butt? Alright, so let's start with Saturday. On Saturday, my mom gets a package from Temu, however you pronounce that. She gets a package. She opens this package, and I'm like, oh, what's this? And she takes out some squares that look like, you know, little grid lines made of metal. And there's like a little white square sticker around it. And my mom was like, you put this on the drain in your shower so that it can catch all the hair that you lose in the shower. And it doesn't go down the drain and it doesn't clog the drain. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And she was like, yeah, it's not the most not the most environmentally friendly thing, just because, you know, once you use it, you throw it away, or like it might not last very long. And, you know, it's not recyclable or anything like that, or I don't think it lasts very long, or at least we haven't tried it, right? So she was like, hey, okay, so let's try this and see if it's any good. You know, it might be better than what we use to catch our hairs now because it's getting moldy and it's old and gross. So if we can just rip this out, like we stick it to the drain and then rip it out, then, you know, less mold. And that's good for everybody, right? So she gives me a few pieces of this square. This hair catching square. And I put it in my shower, like I stick it to the drain in the shower, and luckily it fits, you know, like the square fits. Now, me being dumb, not checking properly prior to putting it on, I didn't realize that one of the corners wasn't fully dry before sticking it on, so a corner kept lifting. And I was like, this probably isn't gonna hinder this hair catching abilities too much. You know, and I threw away my moldy ass hair catcher from before. And so I take a shower I think I already taken a shower on Saturday when she gave it to me. So I take a shower on Sunday. I got the cut on my butt yesterday, yes. But okay, I take a shower on Sunday. Yesterday I took my nice shower. And so I was like, oh yeah, I see it. I see the drain thing. It's here. It's doing its job. And in the shower, I realized that because the little holes in this grid thing are very small, it makes the water go down much slower. But then I also realized because my feet are moving around in the shower, it makes little ripples in the water. And so the corner that was sticking up kept lifting it more and more. So the sticker ended up falling off in the shower. But because the drain is still like sucking in the water, right? So thanks to the laws of physics, it didn't move around everywhere, but the corners lifted up. But the hairs were at least being caught in the thing, so like it was still working, even though it wasn't sticking to the drain properly. So I learned my lesson. I was like, okay, next time I put this thing down, I'm definitely gonna, make sure it's completely dry before sticking it on. So then, like, after my shower, right? After my shower is done, like I finish in the shower, and I'm looking at the drain, I was like, oh yeah, I should probably take this up and throw away the hairs that are caught in it. So, I bend down, and I grab the, like, stray hairs around it, and I grab the square, and my butt... It faces one of the walls of my shower that the water comes out of. So in my bathroom, my shower, there's a shower head, and then at the bottom, like closer to the tiles on the floor, there's like a tap, kind of like the ones you see for bathtubs, but there is a tap. And so my butt, while I'm like in the process of standing up, my butt scrapes the corner of that tap. And I was just like, oh fuck, that hurt like a bitch. Yeah, because I was like squatting on the floor to clean up the hairs in the square, right? Then I stand up and the corner of it just scraped my butt real bad. And it was the corner, right? So that's why it's like a cut. It was just a very deep cut. So I'm in the shower, right? Like I'm still in the shower, the water's still going. So I turn around and try and look at my butt. But remember, I don't wear my glasses in the shower. I'm blind as fuck. So I don't see anything. I don't see like a red, like I'm not colorblind. So I'm trying to look for red, right? And I don't really see any red. And I realize now it's because the water was just washing it away. But I was like, this is stinging real bad. This is stinging real bad. And I could feel it, like, I could feel the line, like from top to bottom, the line. And I could feel it was getting a little swollen. And, I was like, maybe just in case there is an open wound there. I thought it was just my skin potentially, like, just stinging, Not like a full-on cut. So I'm like, I stand in the shower for a few more minutes, just holding my square of, like, the drain square and my loose hairs. Just standing in the shower like, maybe I should stand here so I can wash away any potential infections. So I'm standing in the shower for a bit, then I get out, and I'm like, I look behind me and I don't really see anything. I can feel that it was swollen. The wound itself was swollen, but I couldn't see very much. Even with my glasses on, because I think it's just out of sight, I couldn't, like, I could feel it, even now I can feel it, but, like, I can't see it. So I was like, you know what, I'll just act like it's not there and pray it heals, So, come, Sunday night. Sunday night. Right before I go to bed, as routine, I always moisturize my skin, like head to toe, everywhere. I do my skincare on my face, and then I do like my neck, my shoulders, my arms, and tummy, and butt, and even like under boobies, and my legs, and my feet. Just everything, because that is what eczema care is. And so, I was in the process of about to moisturize thy butt. And then I look at my underwear, and there's just, like, lines of blood. Like, it's not just one line, it's, like, multiple lines. Because I think it's because, like, I move around, right? So my underwear moves. And there's lines of blood just around the kind of the left side. Yeah, and, like, around the waistband. And I was just like, oh, shit, what is this? What is this? And then I take my phone out and I shine a light on my butt. And I was like, what happened? Is it that bad? Is it that bad? And okay, wait, let me double check. The length. It is a 2-inch long cut. It is a 2-inch long cut. Just on my butt. It's like, it starts around my hip bone. I can feel that, and then it goes down 2 inches. So it's not like You know, it's like my upper butt. My upper butt. Upper butt cheek. Yeah, but I can feel a bone there, so I assume that's like my pelvic bone. And like, yeah, I can feel the chunky. the chunky part. So, it is a 2-inch long cut, which is about 5 centimeters, I think, for you metric people. Which is me. I prefer metric system. So, yeah, that's why there were so many lines going on my, like, the blood lines going down vertically. So I was like, ah, shit, no wonder sitting down hurt like a bitch. Because I could feel it, you know? I can feel it. So I put Vaseline on it, hoping that the cut wouldn't, like... If it crusts over, like there's a scab and stuff, it makes it a bit harder to move around. You know? Like it kind of just... It makes it more difficult to stretch the skin when there's a scab over it. I was hoping that by having Vaseline over it, I can protect it from, you know, the outside air a little better. But also, make it so that it doesn't scab over in a position that's like, I don't know, where my butt isn't stretched out. Like the skin on my butt isn't stretched out. So I was like, ugh. And so I had to sleep on my right side last night, all night. So that my butt didn't hit the bed and because it hurt, you know? And then all day today, I just haven't been able to sit properly because it hurts. And I was like, should I tweet about this? I wasn't sure if I should say anything. And you know what? I was like, yeah, this would make a funny tweet. So that is how I got a deep cut on my butt. See, I would send a picture of it, but it's on my butt. But it just hurts. And how does it take to... I don't know. It depends on how fast it heals. But yeah, I got a cut on my butt. This sounds really stupid. You know what? Okay, I wanted to keep it from my family all day today, because like... I don't... There's a curse in my family where if one of us gets injured, then someone else in our family will also get injured in the same area within the day. Thankfully, because I think it's because I didn't tell anyone that it didn't happen, but I was like, you know, maybe I should tell him. So I told my mom, and my dad was on the massage chair, but I was on the couch. My mom and sister were also on the couch, and I was like, hey mom, look, I didn't say look, but I was like, mom, I got a cut on my butt today. Well, I think I said yesterday. I don't know. But I told her I got a cut on my butt. And she was just like, what? No. Ain't no way. And I was just like, yeah, it's a really bad cut. I'm just saying, so like, be careful, you know? And she was like, how? Why? Huh? So I told her the story that I bent down to clean up the hair thing and I got a cut because of the tap. And she was like, why were you facing that way? And no, my sister was the one that was like, why were you facing that way? And I was like, I wasn't really thinking about it. I was just trying to pick up the thing. I didn't think I would hit my butt on the tab. Like, I didn't think about that. And then my mom was like, you silly Billy. So I'm like, yeah, look at it. So like I pulled down my pants just a bit to show her. And she was like, oh, it's bad. And I was like, yeah, that's what I've been trying to tell you. It's bad. I don't think any of them believed me when I said it was a bad cut. Because I kept saying, like, it's a bad cut. And they were just like, oh, it's just a cut. And I was like, no, it's a bad cut. Like, when my mom finally saw it, she was like, oh, shit, you weren't kidding. Like, it's a bad cut. I was like, yes. Yeah. But 'twas pain, Peko. 'Twas pain, Peko. You want a reference? Alright, I got you. Okay, so. If... Okay, in the... Okay, here. Let's do this. Alright, let's do this. Now I'm gonna use my microphone as like... Should I use my microphone or should I use... I can use it. There we go. Okay. So, if this was like... This is my front, but imagine like I'm pointing to the back of myself with the hammer cursor, okay? This is my left side, right? so it comes somewhere around here, I think. Yeah, it's like it goes diagonally, this way. Somewhere around there on my butt. Yeah, I hope that clarifies the location of the butt. It's a really silly thing to have happened. I know, I'm aware. But yeah, it hurts. Because when I sit down, that part of my butt is like not where I sit, but it's like the edge of where I sit, so I can kind of still feel it. Or if I lean back on something, it feels tender. So if you just think about like, say you were the one kneeling, like I was Asian squatting, but say you were like Asian squatting, and you maybe look at a picture of someone Asian squatting, okay? And then you like have something sharp right above it, and then you stand up. That would be where it is. Oh, hi, Shafir. Hello. I haven't been able to walk properly today, like all day. I haven't been able to sit properly. I had to sleep on my right side all night. It just hurt like a bitch. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, so that's what happened. That is why I'm in pain. And I gotta wait till it heals, you know? Yeah, I'm doing okay. I mean, I would say I'm good just because I have a cut on my butt. But I'm doing alright. Yeah, see you later. Bye-bye, Marky. You might just want to Google that. The easiest way to explain it is like, you have your feet flat on the ground and you just bend your knees all the way until your butt hits like your calf. Yeah. Not really. It's not that low. It's like kind of upper butt area, you know? So it doesn't hinder me in that sense. It's more just like moving my butt or like putting pressure on that area kind of hurts. I think the swelling went down because it is starting to scab over, but it still feels really tender. But yeah, it's a pretty deep cut. I ended up putting a band-aid over it just to protect it a little better. And I didn't want to get any more bloodlines on my underwear. I have nice underwear. So yeah, I'm surviving though. I'm okay. It hurts, but I'm okay. It's a very silly injury. I know it was. And it was self-inflicted, which makes it worse. But at the very least, I know we'll heal. It is healing. Mia bloodline, literally the Mia bloodline. So yeah, I'm living. I'm surviving. I have that going for me now. I'll update you on that. Remember how I said Neeps? Remember Neep? Neeps, my Neeps and Kirby. For those of you who don't know, you don't know. I don't want to explain it again. For those of you who do know, thankfully I haven't had to wear any Kirby's or had any issues with the Neeps. So I think the cycle of heal and end and heal and then come again, you know, I think the cycle's finally over. Oh, let me double check. There's like a scab on it right now, but I haven't had to put a band-aid over it, which is really good. No need for Kirby's. It's still scabby. But yeah, at the very least I don't have to put a band-aid on it, and it's not like weepy, it's not cracking, it's good. I've been keeping it very moisturized. Cause I hated the cracks. The cracking was so painful. Yeah, now I have a different cut. My body is trying very hard to heal at the moment, I think. It's trying to heal my wounds in many locations, which is why I am a little worried on the state of my skin at the moment. I do have quite a lot of open wounds, and my body, my system is just working really hard to close all of them right now, and that's why all of them are healing really slow. I don't think it has the power to heal all of them very quickly. So my healing process is very slow at the moment. But the best thing I can do is avoid anything that triggers me. And that means no stress, need to sleep better, eat better, and less sugar. So I haven't really had anything sweet to eat lately, and you know how much that pains me when my period is on the way. You know, I'm in that like cramping phase, the luteal phase before my period actually comes, before I start menstruating. I'm in that phase. So I'm in the if you piss me off, I will kick your balls phase. Yeah, I'm not picking on it. Don't worry, don't worry. Stockpile of Kirby for me. I do need to get more. I do need more. Rice has a lot of sugar. It does, which is why I've been eating less rice. I'm trying to eat less rice and more like gapsong, you know? Like just veggies and meat more than the rice. No, I'm not on my period, but it is a cycle. The periods are very complicated. Yeah, 11 days are just I haven't had gamer subs in a while, to be honest. I know they're good for me. They would help a lot. But I'm trying to avoid the caffeine because caffeine can kind of worsen my skin. I could have the non-caffeinated versions too, but I only have one, and that would mean drinking the same drink every day, and I would get bored of that. So I only have it once in a while. Thank you for the 23 months, Mopeka. This is not the description I thought I'd drop this on, but here you are. Thank you. You know what? I'll take it. Any conversation's a good conversation to have here, I think. You know, so any time is a good time too. So, yeah. If you guys want to know, the easiest way to describe a woman who is on her period or goes through the cycles is very different than what a man goes through, okay? Guys don't really have the same hormone cycle, let's say. For women, what we have is like we have the luteal phase. Okay, that is the about to be on period. Body is preparing to. At this point in time, technically, it is when like the implantation stuff happens and all. And you have babies. And then when the body realizes, oh, there is no implantation of zygote to uterine wall, there's no baby, it releases the uterine wall the next week, which is when your period starts, the menstruation period, right? So that lasts for another week. And then after that, we have the follicular phase, which is the life is good. Do everything you can during this period of time. This is the productive time. This is the, I am finally free from blood coming out of my vagina and I can do whatever the fuck I want. I am a boss bitch. It is that. Okay, it is that. And then that lasts for like 1 to 2 weeks only. And then after that is the ovulation phase, which is the I'm horny. It's the horny. It is the give me a baby phase. So if you want to get pregnant, that is the time. Usually you count 2 to 3 weeks. Well, mostly 2. I think it's 2 weeks after your period ends. That is when you start ovulating. And that is when you have baby. That is the time to fuck. And then after that phase is over, that's the luteal phase. And then that's the implantation part. Because like sperm go to egg and they have merged. That is the luteal part. And hopefully it implants if you want a baby. And it doesn't if you don't want a baby. Yeah, so that's the cycle. And it happens over the course of a month. And so really within the 4 weeks that we are going through these cycles, we only have 1 to 2 weeks of actual good weeks. You know? And I don't know if you guys know this, but you know the stereotypical 9 to 5 job work schedule? That was definitely not made with women in mind, honestly. We do not operate like that. If our everyday was the same, then yes, sure. But our everyday is not. It is not the same. It is not the same. Honestly, if I had a choice and I had to work a 9 to 5 job, which I have before, I would rather work longer hours during the follicular phase, with like, like when I'm actually productive, when I don't have to worry about my hormones fucking me over, when I'm actually productive and convinced that I can work properly, and I don't hate everyone in the world, and I'm not horny as fuck, and I'm not having stomach pain every hour of the day, so I'm like, I'd rather work more then and then take a week off. If I can work more during that period of time, and then, like, you know, work as much as I can and take the week off after. That'd be beautiful. That'd be beautiful. Oh, that's me. Yeah, there's so many people I know. Like, I have two friends who have ADHD, and they were like, 9 to 5s are not it for me. They cannot do shit with a 9 to 5. Does chocolate or candy or sweets help? Yes. Mostly chocolate for me. Chocolate's also known to be good for the heart, if you have dark chocolate, that is. No, I don't think anyone enjoys working a 9 to 5. So the mood swing thing, I feel like my mood swings really only happen when I'm like 2 or 3 days out from my period actually coming. Prior to that, it's more like for the first let's say luteal phase 1 week, right? Let's say it starts Monday. Monday to Thursday is like a tummy ache, just an everyday thing. Like I have a stomach ache every single day, and my back is starting to hurt, and I'm having headaches from time to time, and I feel really fatigued, and I sweat really easily. Like I have night sweats and stuff. And then Friday to Sunday is like I am cranky. I want to punch you. Do not talk to me, but at the same time, don't leave me alone, because otherwise I'm gonna cry. And you know, if you don't give me the right foods, I will also be angry. But if you don't give me food at all, then I will also be angry. But you know, it's a very tough time. That's the mood swing period. And then say Monday comes, that's when the period starts. Oh, do not talk to me. That's the definitely do not talk to me. I don't want to talk to you. We are not going to have any interaction that day. And this is not gonna happen. We're not just not gonna see each other. You know, for the sake of you and me. I hate when I accidentally blow up in someone's face, and I feel really bad about it afterwards. You know? So yeah, first days are always the worst. Second days can also be pretty bad. It could either get better or exponentially worse, and then get better on the third day. Third day usually it calms down, but it'll still hurt. It'll still keep going all the way until the next Monday, because you want to give it like an extra day, just in case it doesn't last as short as you might expect. And then you have the few weeks of, you have 2 weeks of freedom, if not only just one, and then you start being really horny after that. And you're like, round 5? You know? So I'm like, I don't want the horny bit to go away though. Those are some good periods. Older, another great Engie, but now have the holy crap. Why can I not think brain fog? Man, I don't know. I don't know if I want that. Yeah, 5. Yeah, 5. Why are you having a question mark next to that? 5. You know, at that point. Oh wait, let me say goodnight. Dota. There you go. You know, after round 5, you know, maybe we have to resort to other means. You're welcome, Dave. Every woman who realizes that you know about periods is gonna thank you. I would agree, Angie than the brain fog. Oh nar. Oh nar. Yeah, bye. As someone who does not know what the brain fog is like, I will treasure my great Angie now, I guess. I just hate being angry at people. Although, okay, there was one thing. I was talking to a friend recently. I think it's... I mentioned her before. The friend that got engaged. I have 2 friends that got engaged, though. So, well, one of my friends got engaged. One of them is like the same age as me, not her. There's another one who's a bit older. She got engaged. Wait, no, never mind. I have 3 friends that got engaged. Fuck! I'm so behind. She's also older than me though, so it's fine. But I have a friend who's older than me who got okay. I think I did mention her before. She's the one who complains about her fiance quite often. And I've known her since I was in university. Yeah, we've known each other. I don't know. So she was telling me how you can be not angry. You know, you can be not angry. You can be like a very calm, trying to communicate kind of person. But you can be mean when you're that kind of person at the same time. So like, let's say for her, she said her fiance goes out and likes to have alone time without her. doing the things that I don't think he realizes that she also wants to do. So like, you know, he'll say that he wants his alone time and then go, I don't know, let's say like go to a cafe and buy a drink that, you know, she likes and then comes home with it and doesn't even offer it to her, for example. Yeah, that's a very specific situation. But then she'll be like, "Why didn't you tell me that you were going to the cafe? And you know, why didn't you tell me you were gonna get that drink? I want some. You know, I'd like to have some." And he'll be like, "I just wanted alone time. I just wanted to go be away from home for a bit, you know, and get away from home life because it can be a lot. You know, spending time 24/7 with a person is very rough. I can understand that." So she was like, but I wanted to go. You know, that's just mean. I think not even asking if she wanted to join or not bring her back something is kind of mean. So it's not like a big fight. You don't have to like scream and shout or anything, but the actions are mean. And I was like, oh no. 'Cause in my head, I'm like, I want a future boyfriend that's gonna be calm and not yell in my face. But then again, I think about, oh yeah, there's other things that can be seen as scary and mean at the same time. So I was just like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh no, you know. So there's still ways to be mean, and I was like, man. So even if I'm not on my period, I can still do mean things. You know, I usually try and be real nice. Like, cause she was like, I want my own personal time too. And I know we live in the same house and everything, it can be a lot. But like, I want my own personal time. I, you know, we could have just sat in the movie and not talked to each other. Stuff like that. You know, like if we both like the same movie and we want to go see the movie, we don't have to talk or anything during the movie. We just watch the movie. I don't know. It's like, it's just mean. Just mean. Yeah, they worked it out in the end, but I'm like, I'm in fear of that happening to me now. Cause like, what if I'm on my period and I do something like that? You know, like I don't think I will, but I'm just like, fuck. What if I do? What if I am mean? What if I'm not like a good person? Cause I'm on my fucking period and my period controls me to a great degree. Any kids going there? They're planning on it. Yes. Yeah. They're renting a house right now. But they're hoping that they can afford one day before having kids. That is, because they want to make sure their kid has a place to grow up and doesn't get kicked out or something. You know. That is true. It is the key. I think for anyone who knows me well enough, they would know that I would need bubble tea to cure everything. Even if it's like not 100% cure, at least to like make me feel better. Bubble tea is the way to go. Don't worry about it too much. I just hope like, okay, because I get really self-conscious about it. Like I think I've mentioned it on stream a lot, and even in Discord and VC, like sometimes I just have to not talk. If I talk, I know I will be explosive. I would be like a ticking time bomb that you don't know when it's gonna explode. And that is why like I stay muted in VC when I'm on my period. It's because I know that I can be very mean. And I know you guys haven't seen that side of me because I try to suppress it a lot. So like on stream, I know I've mentioned like, yes, I'm on my period, just so you know. And I may or may not want to punch you. I do not like pumpkins, so I don't think that is a peace offering for me. What? A Java chip frap from Starbucks is never something I will turn down. Of course I wouldn't. Jayhawk, what the fuck? You think you can handle it? I mean, even if you could, right? Say you can handle all the yelling and abuse in the world. That doesn't mean I want to do it, right? Like that doesn't mean I want to instill that onto you. It would not make me happy to do that. Oh. A peace offering, bubble tea, chocolate, salted caramel chocolate from Nespresso. It's a very good chocolate that I think is very limited edition. And egg waffles, specifically flavored, matcha flavored, if possible. Ice cream, it has to be, if it's like on my period, Irish cream flavored from Haagen-Dazs. I know I have expensive ice cream taste. Or pistachio, as long as it doesn't taste like almond, because I know a lot of brands mix that up. Salmon, I'm talking about desserts though. Salmon will work if it's like a meal. I don't know. Hi, Sakukin. Hello. Egg waffle? Google it. Just Google it. Trust me. I know it doesn't. I know it doesn't make me a bad person. I just hate that it controls me so much, and I accept that. Like, I accept that it is very controlling over my emotions, and I realize that I have a very difficult time doing anything about it because hormones are hormones, and for me, I get a lot of hormonal fluctuations. You know, some people don't have as great of a fluctuation as me. I went to a specialist for this. But my hormones are wacky, and I will have hormonal breakouts on my face, like acne and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, you know. So I know it's bad. My behavior changes greatly. I try so hard to kind of tone it down. But when I'm alone, I watch TV shows by myself. I will yell. I really will to like characters that aren't even real. And that's how I let the anger out. I have found that this is the healthiest way for me to let it out. Because I'm not gonna go work out on my period. That is not happening. I guess so. I just don't really like... I just don't like being mad. I don't like the feeling of being angry or aggressive. Or like I want to punch someone in the face. I don't think that's a nice feeling to feel. I like being happy. I like playing games. I like just, I don't know, you know, just So, right now I have started the luteal phase. You know, it's begun. I am in pain. I have random cramps here and there. It's usually small enough that I can ignore it. Yeah. Yeah. And you know, I think why some people are like, oh, it's just a mood swing. Like, it's not that bad. Like, I can handle someone being angry at me. I personally, from like personal experience, okay? When it's say like I was in high school, alright? And I told a guy friend, I am on my period. Right? Like, they would be a little more caring about it. They would understand. And they'd be like, I hope you feel better soon. I know it will pass, right? They'll be very kind about it. But when it's someone that I have less of a connection to, someone who doesn't know me as well, they'll just be like, whatever. It's not that bad, you know? And I think of a lot of the time, people will see women have different experiences when it comes to periods. Some people have it like really, really bad. There are days that like I cannot get out of bed because, but some people have no pain whatsoever, and it barely gets to them. So, you know, it's like it's different. I think the people who are closer to me will genuinely just be like, I understand you need space, and I'm just gonna let you have it, you know. But the people who don't really know me will kind of try to trigger me, try to see how angry I really will get at them, or try to just like trigger something, you know, to purposefully make me have a mood swing, or try and just they want to see the devil inside when they don't know what they're messing with. And I've had a couple of friends who like they have brothers, and those brothers ended up being one of my friends, and they're very understanding. The people who actually have like female friends who have brothers, those brothers are very understanding people. But those who are like single child male, has not really talked to a girl in his life, oh god, they're like, I just from personal experience, okay, they are kind of insufferable when it comes to talking about periods at all. No pain. My mom is one of those people, Mom Pekka. She hasn't had pain when I told my mom when I was a teenager, like, why is my tummy hurting when I am on my period? She'd be like, I don't know. I don't know why you are in pain. Um, but then I told my grandma, my mom's mom, about it, and she was like, girl, I understand, because she had it too. So I was like, why did mom not have it then? Because I'm never like my mom, she'll understand, oh yeah, you're on your period and it hurts. You know, she'll understand that much, but she's never had the cramps. So she'll never understand, like, physically, actually, how it feels. But I talked to my grandma and she actually understands. So, like, what is the difference here? And my mom was just like, she, as a teenager, would swim a bunch, play tennis, badminton, table tennis, basketball, like every sport that she had that she knew how to play, she would do it frequently. And she said that's probably why, is because she's always been very physically active. And even while she was in the working world as a career woman in Hong Kong, she would walk a lot every day, go to work, and to come back from work. Take public transit, and it's a lot of walking, a lot of standing. So she never really felt the pain. And I was like, huh. So I tried that. I tried the working out every day. I tried to maintain my bodily health. And unfortunately, that didn't really work. I still had cramps. It still hurt like a bitch. You know, if anything, I just pooped better. Like, my bowels were more thankful, I guess. But that was it. I was like, why? Like, why does it hurt so bad? And then I read online that some people, their uterus is in a sadly unfortunate position. And just it'll hit them pelvic bones, like the position of it just makes it more susceptible to those cramps, or it hurts more during periods. Like, maybe my mom just has a better positioned uterus. Maybe that's what happened. So I was like, maybe it's just biology. You know, maybe her anatomy was just more symmetrical and therefore it's not so painful. I don't know. I don't know, because I did when she told me to. That's what she said. She was like, prior to having your period, like prior to it coming, avoid sweet things. Do not drink anything cold. And work out a lot. And I did all of that. And it didn't help. So I was like, there's gotta be another reason. So, yeah. That just makes me so happy for her, sad for me. And I asked my sister, and she gets it too. Like, she'll have the cramps too. So I was like, huh, what? Where did we fuck up? Like, what happened? Nothing on you cold by the outside? Okay, well, here's the thing with Chinese culture. If you are sick, if you are in any pain, you are not allowed anything cold. Anything. Nothing cold. You're not allowed ice water, you're not allowed ice cream, and during periods especially, you are not allowed ice cream. No, not allowed. Nuh-uh. Because apparently the cold will cause the cramps to be worse. And that is, like, if you think about, you know, having a heat pad or a hot water bottle on your tummy makes you feel better, right? It's because the heat. Like, the heat makes you feel better, which is why you're only supposed to drink hot or warm stuff. Yeah, maybe, I mean, do a little bit of research on it. I personally don't really understand it, but I have tried the don't drink cold things prior to period coming, and I do feel like it kind of works, honestly. I'd hate to overheat. You know, I hate overheating. I am not allowed to overheat. Sweating is my biggest enemy for my skin, especially. So having the heat flashes are terrible. But the heat also helps with the cramps a lot on my tummy. And having warm stuff is good for the tummy. So, yeah. I wish I could tell you, like, the scientific logical explanation for why that is a thing. But I think it's more deeply rooted with Chinese medicine. So yeah, I would do some research on that. Maybe it'll work. The thing is, like, this is all from, like, my grandma telling me her remedies and things to have. So apparently prior to your period, you have to avoid anything red. You're not allowed to have things like red dates. You're not allowed to have watermelons. You're not allowed to eat red things, because apparently having more red things like that will make your flow worse. Like, it'll make it heavier. And I was like, I don't really know if that's a thing. So, I don't know. Yeah, you're not allowed spicy food. And send it to you on Discord if you want to see it. Yes, please. If you can, I would love to read that. I read a lot of journal articles, which is really silly to say, but you know how most people when they Google something, they're like, I don't know, why is the Earth round? Stuff like that. Instead of just looking for an answer on a website, I'm very much the type that goes on Google Scholar and looks for a journal article that was published within the past 10 years at least, if not the past 5. Max I will go is 10. But I would prefer something within the past 5 to 3 years. That is how I Google things. Yeah, like I will look for a study. I will read their like intro stuff, and then I'll skip down to the methods section, and then see what they did, and then find the results and conclusion stuff. I always do that when I try and find information, because I feel like then I can verify it myself. Like, okay, I understand what they did, and that is why this is true or this is false. When you just go on Google, I feel like WebMD tells you have cancer no matter what you're experiencing, and I just can't believe it anymore. You know? And the first thing I was taught when I went to university was don't take information from a blog or a website. You want journal articles for valid published answers from multiple people who participated in a study or conducted a study. Mom Packin knows what's up. Okay, let me read this abstract. Oh, it's kind of long. Cramps happen from 16% to 91% of women. That's crazy. When was this published? 2024. Hey, yo. Oh, it came out online December 30th, 2023. So pretty recent. It's pretty recent. Damn. Cold exposures can significantly disturb blood circulation and prostaglandin production in the uterus, leading to cramps, dysmenorrhea. Wait. There's disparities between Asian and white people and the potential cultural influences? Wait. Wait. Oh, that's what they studied. Wait, so white people and Asian people experience cramps differently? Afua... Ohayou gozaimasu. Interesting, right? Here, wait, let me see. Oh, it's in Cali. 197 Asian and 222 non-Asian women, with more than 40% from Cali. Okay. Assessed exposure such as frequency of consumption of cold water, drinks, ice cream. Ice cream! I'm telling you, ice cream is like the thing. Okay. Room temperatures at home, public spaces, summer, winter, for a year. The type of cold exposure associated with dysmenorrhea or cramps differs between Asian and white women. Among Asian women, a higher frequency of ice cream consumption in winter was associated with dysmenorrhea stuff, but among white women, increased consumption of cold water or drinks in the winter was associated with dysmenorrhea. They're saying, like, this thing is saying that Asian women have more ice cream. That's interesting. Higher home room temperatures in the winter were associated with reduced severity of dysmenorrhea among white women, but not among Asian women. All these associations supported the hypothesis. Women who drank cold water or drinks less frequently during their menstrual period were more likely to experience severe dysmenorrhea. Wait! So you drink cold water less. So wait, cold water good for tummy? Wait! So it's saying cold is good for tummy? Whoa! Higher content from Huh. That's crazy. そう、VTuber だよ。理由は楽しい。まあ小さいからいっぱい勉強して日本も来たし旅行もいい。だからまあ 食べ物も美味しいから。いつかまた旅行に行くんだと思ってて。日本語。You're fascinated? I'm fascinated. I wish I do. Cause like, wait, doesn't this mean okay? Doesn't this mean okay between me and you, Mopaka? Doesn't this mean that we would have different remedies to our cramps because of this? Isn't that's what this means, right? Man, cramps are periods are a thing. You know what I find very fascinating about women? I remember reading this on the internet, but like. Someone on Instagram. I was reading this, and I was also watching this. I saw someone post a reel about it. But like, women are kind of amazing, you know, because we can have a baby. Like we can make a human life. I mean, obviously not without the help of men. Like we obviously need to do this. But I'm like, we can like have a human in us. You know, like the human can live in me. Like when I think about it that way, I'm like, that's wow. You know? And then after that, right? Like after that, we give birth to this human, right? Like it comes out of us. And then our body will make food for it to survive. Cause like a baby on its own, like yes, it can breathe on its own, and it can you know live outside of my body on its own, but it can't really like feed itself, right? Like it cannot grab a bottle and put the food in its mouth, kind of deal, like a toddler can, right? So like baby, right? Like a baby. Like woman can create breast milk, right? So I'm like, how does it know it needs to create milk and then give it to a baby? And then this baby just somehow knows it has to suck on this thing to get the milk. Like that's kind of wild. That my body can do that, you know? Like it has the ability to do that. And I'm like, I'm not a big human. I'm kind of small. I'm only 148 centimeters. I'm not a very big person. But like, I can do that, you know? Even like little people can do that. Little people are babies, and they live. So it doesn't really matter how big of a person you are. You can have baby. And I'm just like, wow. Like whoa, you know? Like I can keep a human alive in my stomach for like the majority of a year. That's crazy. Yeah, I have a feeling it's nothing like that. It must taste kind of bad. Oh, thank you, Jack. Thank you. You're like, really? Women tend to forget this is the phase that go with all the. Oh. Wow. Oh. It's not icky. I mean, I didn't think it would be, but I mean, I don't think it would taste very sweet. Oh, is it sweeter? I think it depends on what like the mom does. You know, like the mom would have to take care of her body. If the mom is like an alcoholic or a smoker and does drugs or something, I assume that the breast milk will taste different. You get the pain where they're gonna have more kids, then you go, oh yeah, this happens, and you have two. Then you forget again. I mean, I that might be a coping mechanism. I don't. Yeah. Yeah. I think. And I didn't think I'd talk about the female reproductive system so much today. That was not the goal. We talked about many things around the pelvis today. No, not particularly, but I think at this point it should be. Oh, I just feel like having a baby is expensive. You know? Like, why is reusable diapers not a thing yet? Has anyone invented that? Are reusable diapers a thing yet? Like, has anyone invented it yet? Because, you know, diapers are expensive. I can understand why people don't want to buy diapers constantly. Because I know, like, period underwear is a thing. You gotta wash those. I mean, I think I'd rather wash that than deal with having to buy diapers all the time. Because that's like a huge money dip in your bank account, right? That's fair. Yeah, the one and done. As someone who has to pick up poop for my dogs, like, I can understand why you'd want it to be a one and done. Baby showers. Wasting their money on me. I would like a baby shower. Also, Dave, thank you for the super. Yeah, humans are weird. We drink and eat. Is there another human that causes if it ain't a mother-child connection? Huh. Huh. That's true. Diaper services. Whoa. Huh. I would not have thought that'd be a thing. That is a very interesting thing to learn today. I'm just thinking, like, one day, right? Like, if I have a baby, I want to save as much money as I can on that baby. Like, obviously, I want my baby to have nice things, but, like, babies are expensive. No one can deny that. Babies are expensive. So I'm like, I think it'd be a good idea to find as many hacks as possible, you know? Huh. That is... Okay, you know what? I don't think I'd ever do that. I mean, I want my baby to have a good life in the future, okay? They're not gonna remember how they are as a baby. Their consciousness, like their line of memory doesn't even start until they're like 3 at the earliest. So I'm like, if I can cheap out on diapers, I will. They're gonna be a very spoiled baby knowing my family. Like, my family, they love babies. They really like babies. And, I mean, I like babies. Yeah, I like babies. I like babies. I know some people hate babies, though. Which I also understand. I also understand that. But I would like babies. I like babies. I like playing with babies. I like holding babies. I think they're really cute. I think they're fun to play with. And I think they look really stupid. And you can dress them up in really stupid outfits. It is, yeah, Alvin. What was my I have attained sentience story? I have one. I do have a story, actually. They cry. Why would anyone hate babies? Because they cry. Yeah, because they cry. Aww. That's actually really sweet. I honestly think that, like, bear hugs from dads are very comfy. Okay, I have attained sentience or like I have a memory. My earliest baby memory comes from... I have 2. I can... I start. So when I was about 3 years old, I think, my mom and dad during a weekend, they bought these window drawing marker thingies. They were kind of squishy. They were like gel. And I was allowed to draw on our balcony window whatever I wanted. And I drew a rose. It was a very bad looking rose. But I drew it with pride. And my family took a picture of it. And then one day, when I was 4, we had to leave that apartment that we lived in. And so we took a picture there of that rose because I kept crying at the fact that I had to leave my pretty looking flower. So I remember that. Another thing that I remember is I had... You remember those old TVs that were like a square. It was a square, and it had a really big back to it. You'd have to like climb to the back of it to like fix it and some shit, or like you had to put like a tape in it. You remember those? So what I did was I put on a Mickey educational video on. It was like it was a really old Mickey. Like it's not the Mickey we see nowadays on like Disney Junior or whatever. It's like the old Mickey that had the black eyes and like a little triangle cut out of it. It was that kind of eye. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. I hope I'm making sense. That Mickey, and like the screen was all blurry. It was like going through film, as if it was going through film. And it was an educational thing. So I would line up my stuffed animals in front of the TV, and I had a little stick. It was a very blunt stick, but I had a stick that I got from school. And I would point at the TV as if I was teaching my little stuffed animals what Mickey was doing. So I would just repeat what Mickey was saying and be like, "Stuffed animals, this is a dog." And then I remember I had a nanny. And she would like set up the not the vacuum. She would set up the ironing board in the living room. And once I saw her do that, I would grab all of my stuffies, take that stick, and run away. Cause I didn't want anyone seeing me do that. I would hide away as if I wasn't doing what I was doing. Yeah. And I have another one from when I was 3. I have a lot of memories from when I was 3. And I have pictures to back it up too, with dates on them. When I was 3, maybe even younger actually, my dad, he wanted me and my sister to have a table to like draw on. Because we were finally getting old enough that we would start learning how to draw or write letters. Things like that, you know? So, one day, he went to IKEA and came back home with a tiny wooden desk with 2 wooden chairs, and he had to build it all. During the process of building it, he was like, "Draw whatever you want on this table." So I remember taking some markers and scribbling all over it, writing cute little words like my name or marking my territory. Because my sister also was doing that. And while he was building the chairs, after he finished the table, we would draw on the table and stuff. And so we finished this table, and it's not a very high table. It was like the size of a coffee table, if anything, like very low, very small. So once it was done, I got out a toy set. I got a toy set for Christmas. That was a magnetic fish. It was magnetic fishes. And I put them on the floor, surrounded the entire little table with it. And I kicked away the chairs. I was like, I don't want these. I still remember this. But then I saw them in the distance and was like, those are the boats. So I surrounded the table with a bunch of these magnetic mouth fishes. Like only the mouth had a magnet on them. And I sat on this table as if it was a dock, and I would fish for my fishes. You know, I would just go around the table fishing for my fishes, and then once I got them all, I would release them because I didn't want them to die. So I would release them onto the floor again as if it were the ocean. And then I would like drag the closest chair and be like, "I'm on a boat now." And then I would sail across around the table fishing up my fishes. I had a very creative mind when I was a kid. I think I was very imaginative. Yeah. Yeah. I have very cute stories, I think, of when I wasn't being a menace. Oh, wait, that's cute. Oh, I had a lot of calico critters. When I got a little bit older, I would say like 4 or 5, I had a lot of calico critters. Look that up if you don't know what it is. But I would play house with those all the time as I got older. Oh, and okay, I think I told this story before, but my dad, I think I was 5, he came home from work early one day to take a nap or something, like during his lunch break or something. And then I put lip gloss on him, and then he left, and then he came back, and then he got angry at my sister because I used her lip gloss. And And I was like, that wasn't me. Okay, Sassy, have a good time at work. Did I ever play the floor as lava as a kid? I wanted to, but my family has always said no to that because they were like, "You're gonna get injured. The things are gonna tip over and blah blah blah." So I never really got to play that very much as a kid. I would start. I would do it by myself. I was a very lonely kid. I would do it by myself. I would start like at the piano chair, and then from the piano chair, I would jump onto a shelf, and then from the shelf, I would like jump onto the couch, and then from the couch, I jump onto the coffee table, then from the coffee table to like my little chairs, and then my little table, and then I'd walk around the TV, like on the stand, the TV stand thing. I would walk on it and over it and shit. But if someone caught me in the middle of it, they'd be like, "No, you're gonna hurt yourself," because apparently I was a very, very clumsy kid. Yeah, pain. Psycho. There was one time that I laid a pillow on the floor and I stepped on it and I slipped and I hurt my butt. My butt has gone through many an injury. But yeah, that did happen. Maybe one in the lava who would try to drag you in. No, we wouldn't have that. I played on my own a lot. Sister, she was a very educational kid. She loved learning. She loved reading a lot. So a lot of the time I would be doing something physically playful, like the whole teaching my stuffed animals things about the stuff I learned at school that day and like in kindergarten, or I would run around the house doing all kinds of stupid things, or I would annoy my nanny and be like, "Hey, what you doing?" I was that kind of kid. I was a very annoying kid. Or I'd go into my mom's room and start like going through her makeup and shit, not knowing what everything was. Just stuff like that. My sister was a very quiet kid. She would always like to read and she would learn a lot. So I was a very mischievous kid. So I played a lot by myself. I think she just somehow grew up very quickly. I am not a cat. I think I'm more bunny-like. I don't think I have dog characteristics, nor do I have cat characteristics. I think I have more bunny characteristics. Oh, I never climbed a tree. Because I always was afraid I'd get a splinter. But I also don't like nature. There weren't very many opportunities to play around in nature in Hong Kong, just because there's just not as many trees there. So the first thing I actually climbed was a climbing wall. And then I would jump down thinking I was hella cool when I wasn't. Yeah, I would climb all the way to the top and then try and look cool by jumping off. No, I never really did that. I just pouted. I pouted a lot as a kid. I think I can still climb. I mean, I went rock climbing last month. Did a lot of tree forts. Ooh. Okay, so this was my big dream when I realized that I was going to be moving to Canada. Because I grew up in an apartment for my entire childhood. I'd never lived in a house. So my mom was like, "We're officially moving to Canada." I was like, so I saw her looking for like rental houses to look at when we did arrive in Canada. For the first 2 weeks, we lived in my uncle's place. So we had 2 weeks to find a house to live in. And my mom was doing some research prior to us going to the country. So, my dream was to have a tree house. I really, really wanted a tree house. And I think it's because when I was younger, on TV, I would see people play in their tree houses. And I remember... It's gonna sound really silly. There was an episode of Drake and Josh where they were up in the tree house that they were making, and they got stuck inside because Drake was being stupid, and they had made a cutout for the door, and they didn't end up being able to get out of the door because it wasn't cut open yet. There was a window, so like they weren't dying or anything, but they were up in that tree house, and Megan was there, and she was not helpful. Like, I remember Drake being like, wait, no, Josh was like, "Where's the door? We don't have a door." And then like Drake is like, "Well, it's right there." And then he just walks into it and was like, "Oh yeah." I'm glad you guys remember that episode, okay? So yeah, I really, really wanted a treehouse because of that. I also thought it was just like a really cool thing to have, like just a place for some kids to hang out, you know? Because I never really had that. When you live in an apartment, it's literally like living room, dining room, kitchen, bedroom, all within a few meters of each other. Living in a house, you already have to like walk across a landing and you know, you go up and down stairs. I was just like, having a house was cool enough. So then realizing we're gonna have a backyard and a front yard, I was like, I want a tree house. Yeah, I just really wanted one. I mean, in the end, we never had one. We never even had a shed. So my dream never came true. But I hope one day when I am older, say like I have a family and stuff, I think I'd like to have a treehouse. You know, I think it'd be a cute little project for me and the family to do. I just like me. Oh, guys. Oh, I have newfound information. I have new information I need to update you on. This is very big. Oh, thank you, Leon. I actually have not. No, I will look that up after the stream. That's probably the most well-remembered episode. Yeah, it is one of my favorite episodes. I just know Drake was like a huge player in the show. If there's another episode I remember. It was something about Drake and a guitar. Oh, there was an episode where Drake brought his girlfriend home and then Josh brought his girlfriend home and they were both in the home and they were just trying to like have their kisses going and Megan was being a little shit. Something about the power going out. I just remember their parents were away. I remember that episode. Yeah. Ooh, you got to build a tree house on a stump. You just have the stump a little tall so you can climb onto it. That's real cute. I never got that. I never lived like a country life, I have to say, or like even a suburban life. I was always a city girl. And only once I moved to Canada did I really feel the more suburban life. Yeah. Yeah, I miss that. I miss feeling that. I miss the city life sometimes, but living in Canada has been good for me. I realized that if I had to move from Canada to Hong Kong, that would have been a terrible transition. Going from Hong Kong to Canada was a very smooth transition. It wasn't as rough as I would have thought. Never seen a tree house outside of a TV? Always see ways to do to climb trees, whatever. I mean, I never climbed a tree, so I climbed rocks. I climbed like a climbing wall, but I never climbed a tree. But I also thought like, you know, it didn't. I never even had like those playhouses. I had like kitchen sets at home, like inside. I never had like a playhouse thing, you know. And I've always wanted to experience that. I never did. So I think having a cute little tree house one day would be nice. Or like if I have my own house one day, or like I move out one day, I'd like to have a little area just for chilling, you know. So I took camp apartments after having much room in houses. Yeah, I don't think I could. You know, there's also another thing that my mom was laughing at me about. So for my graduation in high school, I had a graduation trip that my grandpa funded because he was really proud that I got into university. And he also was getting a PhD, a doctor in engineering. Doctorate in engineering or something like that from his alumni because he worked real hard. So me and my mom, we both had the opportunity to fly business class all the way to Europe, which is like an 8-hour flight, 8 to 10-hour flight, I think. And my mom and I, we got off that plane and we're like, oh, we can't go back. There's no way we can go back. Because we were like, what is with the surface up here? You know, like the seats were so wide, like they could lie back so far. My legs could stretch out completely, and like when they gave us food, it wasn't in those shitty trays with the tin thing. It was like an actual ceramic plate and a glass cup and a like a silver fork and knife. And I was like, what is this? And they would like be it would be wrapped in a little napkin thing, and I was like, what in the fuck? I was like, this is so fucking fancy. And then so like that graduation trip was in like 2016, and it was only me and my mom. So me and my mom, we went to Europe to meet up with my Hong Kong family. And then, you know, while we were in Europe, we took multiple planes to go to different places. We went to places around like the UK for my grandpa, and then after that we went to like other European countries, and we took like economy flights. And my mom, every time we got on a plane to like visit the other countries, she'd be like, "It's different, isn't it? It's different, isn't it? The seats are so small. How did we live like this?" And then our return flight home was a business flight from Amsterdam, and it was a very very nice flight. We got cute little building ceramic shaker thingies from it. It was very very nice. The service was so nice. We got off that plane, and she was like, "We can't go back." And until this day, she says we can never go back to economy. And I was like, I can. At this rate, with how much I earn, I can. So I remember, like last year, I went on my very first business trip as a VTuber, and I went to Anime Expo in LA. And when I got the tickets, she was like, "It's economy, isn't it? You couldn't get the business class." Oh, and I was like, "Yes, it's economy." She just, I remember she was just like, if only it was business class. We can never go back to economy. And I was like, I can absolutely deal with economy. And just like to see how much of a smaller person I am. Like I'm very short in comparison to some people, right? So like economy seats aren't even that bad. I know it's much worse for tall people. 10 times more expensive is no joke. It really, it's bad. It's terrible. I remember looking at off-guy flight tickets, and the flight there was a few hundred. But like looking at the business class, I was like, I could afford 2 iPads and 2 PCs with this. Like it's not worth it. Define tall, like 6 feet. Of course I am. I mean, nowadays, I know my mom just says it because like, you know, she'll only even say it to me. But, you know, I was like, yeah, I know, but, you know. See, I've also only floated, I guess not once, but twice, because there and back. But, like, having experienced it, you know, I was like, because I flew on Air France. I went to France first. And then we took the little planes to, England, and then we went to Amsterdam. There, I think is left to go home. So we took two fancy European flights in business class, and I was like, "Oh, this is a dream that I'll never have again." So I took as many pictures as possible. Like, iconic for the savings, absolutely would. Right? Honestly, okay. Here's the thing: if I'm flying economy and I'm alone, that's fine. I can deal with having an economy seat by myself. I went when I was 14. I did not really change in height since I was 14, 15. But I went from Hong Kong by myself, like alone on the plane at 14, 15 years old. I was in Hong Kong because my parents sent me there by myself to visit family. And so I flew on a plane alone. It's a 14, 15-hour flight in economy. I did not stand up once throughout that entire flight. I was fine. I didn't stand up at all, man. I stayed sitting down the entire time. And I was fine. You know, I was okay to be on a flight by myself for that long. And so I was like, you know what? Economy ain't so bad. But like, when I think about if I flew with someone, right, and they weren't comfortable in an economy seat, I would be the kind of person that would like lift the armrest so that they would have a little bit more room to like shimmy in, and they could like stretch their legs out to my side, and we could, you know, I just want them to be comfortable, right? If I'm flying with someone. But I'm thinking like one day, if I ever flew with friends, because I know me and my friends from high school, we definitely want to go on a trip together again. We went on one when we graduated, but we haven't really been on one since then. But we have planned to go to Japan together, which I thought would be really fun. But like if we had to be on a plane for that long and they weren't comfortable with it, I'm okay with having to upgrade my flight to have like a, you know, maybe like a different seat or something. Plus, since I flew like 2 times this year, like there to Offkai and then back, right? I did generate some points. I am generating points. I am also on the verge of buying, not buying, I guess buying a new credit card because I want the travel stuff. I think it would be a good investment, honestly. Okay, wait. I have a newfound obsession that I think I need to tell you all. I haven't talked about it at all. I've been thinking about it for the past week now. let me drink water first. You have to scold for spending money on avocado toast? No, because we make the avocado machines at home. You know what, Dave? I take that as a compliment. Yep, I have a new obsession. I have a new obsession. So, maybe I need to show you guys a picture first. You know, I think a picture is required to explain my story of this new. It's cute, I promise. I think you guys will find it very adorable. Or at least what I think. I think you guys will think it's adorable. So I, for the past week, have been thinking, if I need to stop itching, right? That would mean my hands need to be occupied. They need to not be touching my body. They need to be doing something, whether it be gaming, so my hands are on my mouse and keyboard, or they are playing a game with a controller, or I am drawing. Like, they need to be occupied. Now, certain situations, my hands will find a way to get by that. So if I'm itching with my right hand, I will grab my mouse with my left hand and use it that way. Or if it's like a fighting game, and I'm like running around places, like in Genshin or something, my right hand can itch, my left hand will be on the WASD keys. So I was like, I gotta find something. And so I've been trying to think of like what is a kind of not really no-brainer, but like a tedious task that's kind of interesting, kind of productive at the same time, isn't a waste of my time, you know? And then I found this on YouTube. You're very close, Mompaka. You're very close. It's crocheting. Just look at how cute that is. I was like, wait, I kind of want one. And then I remembered, I do have a friend, Reina. You guys might know her. She wanted me to try out the woobles. If you don't know what a wooble is, it's spelled Woobles. It is like a crocheting kit, and there's a Sanrio character collab that they have, and there's a cinema roll. I was like, wait, I get a cute ass hook for crocheting and the cinema roll. That's actually hella cute. And then I get to preoccupy my hands with something. I think this is a good idea. Then I'm like, maybe I should just do it. You know, I should just pull the plug and get into crocheting. But then I was like, wait, I'm a VTuber. If I want to spend my time on something, it should be VTubing related. It has to be VTubing related. I was like, you know what? Yes, I will try and make this VTubing related somehow. So I was like, what if I turn this into like a hand cam kind of thing? You know, what if I learn how to crochet as a hand cam stream? Maybe I can do that. Or like, what if I make some stuff? Just like learn how to make some stuff. Yeah, like there's gotta be a way. I thought about it and was like, wait, what if I hate it though? Like, what if I hate crocheting? What if I hate doing this? I kept thinking, it was just like, in what situation would learning how to crochet be justifiable? Because then I could just buy the stuff that already exists, right? Like, I could just Etsy stuff if I really need to. I was like, yeah. Well, if I hate it, well, then I'd have spent money for nothing. So, the past week, I have gone on multiple dip dives. like dip dives into the crochet. And I think I'm the kind of person that likes the cute stuff. You know, like, I'm trying to see crocheting and knitting as not just for old people, because that is what I was told when I was younger. It's how old people keep their dexterity. I'm trying to not think of it like that. I'm trying to think, if I get into this hobby, how much money am I gonna be throwing into it? Because as a VTuber, I already throw quite a bit of money into VTuber. I was like, No, it's not like incredibly expensive. But then I was looking up some stuff. And I just wanted to see, like, what I could make as a beginner and hopefully not fall out of wanting to learn how to crochet. Because I wanted to see the difference between knitting and crocheting in the first place, because I know how to knit. Would you look at that? Mia knows how to knit. Yes, I do know how to knit. I was in Girl Guides and I made a scarf. I've made 2 scarves actually. One red and one kind of like rainbowy. I made 2. I've also made a hat before. So, like, I know how to knit, surprisingly. Yes, I do know how to knit. I remember needing help for the first few from my grandma, but I can knit. I have the needles and stuff. I know how to knit. I know. Fun fact about me, I knows how to knit. So I was like, what if I just pick up knitting again? Yeah, I was like, what if I just do knitting again? Because, like, it's fairly... I thought it was fairly similar. But then I looked up the differences between crocheting and knitting and was like, crocheting seems like it'd be more fun or, like, more interesting. Maybe, like, easier to handle if, you know, less supplies, maybe. And the different materials. And then I got into this whole thing of, like, different materials of the yarn and the things I could potentially make out of it. And different patterns, different crochet patterns, different brands, different hook sizes. And trust me, it was like a long thing. It was a newfound obsession. So now my entire shorts feed is crochet related. Yep. My entire feed. No VTubers on it anymore. Nope, just crochet videos. I was like, fuck. Yeah, I saw someone make amigurumis and I was like, okay, this is kind of cute though, you know? So, I was like on the verge of actually buying it. Cause, like, I'm definitely the kind of person that will get into something, think that I will love it, and then end up hating it. You know, I will give up and just not stick with it. VTubing is one of the small portions of my life where I have really dedicated myself to it. Like, I love VTubing, and I have like a strong ass passion for it. Like, to be fully honest, I think I have a stronger passion for VTubing than I had for being in university. The thing that I was gonna spend my entire life doing, I ended up liking VTubing more than that. The thing that, like, I had to pay a tuition for, never had to pay a tuition for VTubing, but I like VTubing more. I learned so much from it. So VTubing is a very, very big yet small example of one of the things that I've actually stuck to and have invested money into and have seen returns on it. Now, when it comes to crochet, see, I would buy the stuff, and, like, what if I hate it? You know, what if I don't like it? What if I give up? Because when you first learn a skill, it's not gonna be good. You know, VTubing is, like, the one thing that I did where I knew I sucked at the start. I didn't talk during streams very much. I didn't know how to tell stories. I didn't know how to make myself stand out amongst other people. Didn't know how to market myself. Stuff like that, you know? Things that many, many VTubers go through. I didn't know how to do any of that shit. But then I stuck with it. And I learned, and I contributed to things, and I learned how to do shit. And I was like, you know what? This is good. I think I like this a lot. I'm hoping that this whole crochet thing ends up being one of those things because I'm seeing a pattern. When I used to have other hobbies, that I eventually gave up, things like writing. I actually used to like writing. I don't write anymore. Or baking, or even dancing. That didn't last as long as I would have thought. Or oh, making drinks. I wanted to be a barista certified person. Never ended up doing it, but like I was close. You know, like I wanted to, but then I gave up on it. See, there's like a lot of things that I thought I would love, and I loved for a very short time. Ended up not really seeing any returns on that. So I was like, the pattern for VTubing was okay. So there's three things that I really have stuck with my entire life. Or I wouldn't say entire life, but a noticeable amount. Rhythm games is one of them. I would watch a lot of people do it first, and then do it myself, and then practice a bunch because I liked the songs. It was very interesting to me. And I liked the tedious task of playing things over and over again until I saw myself get like a full combo. You know, I liked that feeling. And then the other thing, the second thing that I stuck with is VTubing. I remember prior to being a VTuber, I would look at VTuber clips and think, oh man, this is actually kind of fun. I'd like to be that. And I watched VTuber clips for a good 6-7 months before I actually wanted to take the plunge and become one. Right? So it's like, yeah, I feel like I did my research prior to it. So when I went on this huge deep dive on crocheting and knitting, I was like, oh no, oh no. I see this happening again. Okay, yeah, see, like the whole like mixing drinks thing, I was so into it. My dad, he was so supportive of this idea. Then he bought shakers and he was like, this is a nice shaker, Mia. This is a nice one. You can make cool drinks with this shaker one day for us. And I was like, oh god. And then I never ended up doing it. But yeah, think of all the gifts you could substitute with a crochet project. Exactly. That was like one of the things that made me really think, okay, but I can invest. It's fine. Because I'm definitely the kind of person that's like, I forgot it was your birthday and I don't have a present for you. I'm so sorry. You know, I'm definitely that kind of person. So if I learn how to crochet, then that means I can make last minute presents. Or like, I can just make things. I like making things. I don't know if you guys know this, but I love using my hands to do stuff. Like, I love drawing. I love creating an art piece and being really proud of it. I love typing. You know how fast my typing speed is. I love typing. I just like making things appear and creating stuff, which is why I used to really love drawing and not drawing, loved writing. You know? Or like, I loved, you know, crafting. I think that's the better word. I loved crafting. So when I was a kid, I loved arts and crafts stuff. I would always make funky things. You know, the whole macaroni thing. I loved that. But like, these are just like small examples of things that I like doing. Oh, I remember when I was in Hong Kong, we had a workshop class. And I ended up making an ergonomic pencil out of wood. And I was really proud. Yeah, just stuff like that. I even made like a doorstop thing with out of wood in the crafting class. You know, I really liked that kind of thing. Am I? What do you mean? How could puzzles be ergonomic? Just look it up. Trust me, just look it up. I made like a whole mold and stuff, and yeah, it was a process. But I'm just saying, I like making things with my hands. So I'm just like, maybe crocheting is my calling. I just previously thought it was for old people because of the stigma around it, and you know, it's for not people like me who are nerds on the internet and like anime. I think my stigma, like my previous ways of thinking about it were not the right ones. And I can admit that full-heartedly. I can admit that. So I'm just like, maybe I should get into this. And you know what else? Okay, guys, just look this up. Okay, look this up. Chunky blankets. Like big chunky crochet blankets. They look so comfortable. They look so plushy. And they're like Not the kind that will overheat you, you know, because they have like holes in it because of the stitches. So it's like comfy and not hot. You know, which is perfect for people who have eczema like me. And I was like, I really want one. I could just make one. And you know, fun fact, okay, is if you make chunky blanket, you might not even need to use needles or like a crochet hook for it. You could just use your hands. And I was like, you know what? You know what? I think I can get behind this. They are hella warm. I know. But like you can at least air it out really quickly because of those holes. Like if you fling it and stuff. Yeah. So I'm like, I want. But I'm like, oh, it's money. And if I start, I would want like good tools, right? Like I would want the good stuff. So I don't know if I'll start with woobles specifically, but I might spend some money with getting a crochet hook and some nice yarn to start with. For like simple things. Yeah. I want to try it. Should I do it? Should I do it? Cozy blanket for a winter? Oh god, I don't know if I'm ready to like make the blanket. I mean, I'd like to. But I don't really know if I'm ready. If I could handle something small, how could I do something big? You know, like I want to be sure that I can handle small projects before I do a big project. You know what I mean? And also, I'm thinking if I'm gonna make like presents, then I would want to like practice. I know, Cozy, help me! I'm getting into crocheting. Would you like to join me in learning how to crochet so we can be cheapskates when gifting presents? Dude, I actually think this is one of the like most money-saving ideas. You know, I don't know, man. I know, I actually might. I was thinking about it, right? I am. I'm becoming a hagdom. I'm starting the hagdom now. Learn with you. Honestly, that'd be really fun. Okay, you know what? If you guys get crochet hooks and some yarn, I will learn with you. You knit. You do. You know what? Maybe I need to get into it. But I want to learn how to crochet more than knit because I already know how to knit. You still have a pile of it? See, that's what I'm worried about. What if I get into this hobby so much that I end up, you know, I end up having a bunch of yarn sitting around instead of tech supplies like I have for VTubing. People are more into crocheting these days. Why? I mean, I'm into it just because I think the smaller projects are better for me. I don't think like big projects because I feel like knitting is more so for big projects like sweaters and beanies and stuff, or blankets even. Crocheting is more like small. You can have like smaller projects with it. Wait, I got raided? Hello? We're talking about crocheting and knitting? Nyare! Hello, Nyare! Hello, hello! Hello, hello! Thank you for the raid. Abada, let me introduce myself first and then we'll get back to talking about crocheting and knitting. English hard. Let me drink some water. I've been yapping. Okay. First of all, Yara, I hope you had a great stream. Thank you for raiding me. Yes, I do have a cut on my butt, by the way. It happened when I was in the shower. I bent down, scooped up some hair that was in the drain, and I stood up and the tap scraped my butt. So now I have a butt cut. It is very painful. Need to make me a sippy animation. Oh yeah! Wait! The Annie-Life thing! I just remembered. I totally forgot until just now. Take your time with that one, Cozy. For real. Take your time. I literally am not in any rush.
Just
literally take your time with it. No, you're fine. You are totally fine. Really. And then make a forehead warmer, like a hat, but a hole inside your. That sounds kind of cute. Okay, you know what? You guys are just fueling me in wanting to crochet. Okay, wait. Raiders, Mite, Mia Deo. I am the immortal human angel in training polyglot that speaks 5 languages. Mino Mieko. please copy me. Yeah, I play gacha games like Genshin and Zenless, and I like doing educational content about languages, and occasionally I talk about physiology. Yes. And I like to draw. And now I am on the verge of buying crocheting supplies. You know what, Cozy? I don't blame you. I feel like this past month has been just full of stuff. You know? Like, I have seen so many people debut this month. I have seen so many people have events this month, and there's just so much going on. Right? I missed 2 birthday call-ins because of just how much shit there is. And then I had my own new outfit debut. So I'm like, I'm barely holding on, and I know some people are already starting to prepare for Christmas, and I'm like, I wanted to do an event in October that I haven't even gotten to yet. Like, this is terrible. You joined the cheerleading team, apparently. Me too. I signed the contract. You know what? September and August are known to be one of the most hectic months. For one, con season is ending, at least for us. I think as VTubers is one of the big things. But because con season is ending, like a lot of merch things are happening. Second thing is school is about to start, so a lot of VTubers are doing some last minute events and stuff before they go on hiatus, or they're like commissioning things last minute, or they're preparing for summer to end. And another thing is, at least from my perspective, is that when people have all these events happen right before school starts, it piles up, and then no one can keep track of anything. Yeah. And I don't know, I just think now that everything's kind of calming down, I think back and I'm just like, we just finished all of the summer events, and now people are preparing for Christmas. Like, that. Who plans that far ahead, man? I plan up till like the next week. Sometimes 2 weeks in it. But like... Halloween? To be fair, I don't really celebrate Halloween. I don't really celebrate Halloween just because I'm not into the horror stuff. But what I plan on doing for this Halloween, it's probably gonna be something different, I think. Wait, can you? I'll pay you. I will send you the moonies. I will send you the moonies. Yes. If you can, I'll send you the moonies. Wait, CC. I'ma send you the moonies. I'll pick one when it's time. If you just let me know when it is time. Yes. I'd like your Halloween outfit. Okay, wait. We gotta get back to the crochet knitting thing. I haven't finished my rant about it yet. So I learned what a skein was. I learned what a chain was, and like stitches and the hook thing, and different, like, you know, just different terms about crocheting. And okay, right. We gotta see what the pros and cons are between the two. Right. So with crocheting, you can make a lot of small things, lots of small projects, but lots of like home decor apparently too. But you can also make big things like the blankets and stuff. You can also make a beanie and like mittens and stuff out of it. So I was like, this doesn't seem bad. But then knitting, apparently, because, well, I know how to knit, like basic knitting I know how to do. So I was like, if I pick up knitting again, it won't be as difficult to learn because it's already something I know how to do. And I just learned different knitting techniques. But apparently you're a little bit more limited in the things you can make with knitting. It won't be the same. The yarn is pretty much the same. The things that are different are just what you make out of it and the type of stitches. Really? Okay, wait. Mompaka, but I might end stream soon, but can you recommend me some like crochet hooks and like yarn that is okay for skin like mine that is hella sensitive? Like, I know I can't wear wool or use wool, but I mean, if you can drop me a link or two about those, you know, I would appreciate it. I'm becoming a hag. No, I just want to make cute things. And you know what? Maybe I'll do my first crochet stream for members only when I do hand cam stuff. I'll try. Alpaca wool is hypoallergenic. That is like the one wool thing that I do have. Because there's an alpaca farm that's like 2 hours away from me that my family went to last year. And I ended up buying an alpaca wool hat. Yes, please. You okay? Yeah, let's try something cheap first, since I'm just getting into this, you know? let's go with cheap things first. Or at least like, okay, with at least a hook though. I did my research. I know smoother hooks are better. So like, I'm okay with investing in a more expensive hook. But I also know there's different hook sizes in millimeters, like 3, 4, 5 millimeter stuff. So you know, I gotta be careful. Thank you for becoming a Tenchi. I gotta be careful. I know there's like chenille type yarn, and there's velvet yarn even, and I know there's many different kinds of yarn. I don't really know what I'm looking for. If I'm trying to make cute thing, so, you know, like the little leaf thing. Wait, Cozy, were you there to see it? Look at that. Look at how cute this is. I really want to make this. It just looks really cute. Okay, like it just looks adorable. I would definitely make something like this. Isn't it super cute? I want to make this. And okay, so I have this thing. I have a Razer headset with the kitty ears attachment and the silicone. It's so tight on it that it creates rips in the leather of the headband. And I was like, oh, I'm never gonna. But this wouldn't cause that problem. It's hella cute. I just think it's hella cute. You know, it's super duper cute. I don't know what any of that means yet, but okay. 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 I'll take your word for it. Man, I'm gonna go into another rabbit hole of things, aren't I? Please help. Thank you, Wallpaga. Thank you. I'm like learning a lot. I've only really started watching videos and researching for like, well, mostly last night, but also just a little bit throughout the week. And only last night, because it was a Sunday, did I go like, I'm gonna go all in on this research and see what I can find. So, yeah, I want to make things. Specifically that cute little leaf thing. That would be such a cute present to give people, I think. And maybe one day I can crochet a tiny little Tenchi. You know, I'm just thinking one day I can make a tiny Tenchi too. Yeah. Hopefully, maybe. Wow. You know, I thought personally, okay, before stream, I was like, don't talk about the crocheting, don't talk about it, Mia. Don't expose yourself like this. Don't do it, Mia. But then I thought about it and was like, you know what? I think a couple of people in chat would know how to crochet, right? I can get some advice. Then I started talking about it, and I was right. I was gonna keep it a secret to myself. Otherwise, it is hag time. Ah! It is. It's not like a brain off, like no brainer kind of thing. You do have to think about it. And it's also kind of tedious depending on the thing that you're making. So a blanket, right? It's like just a square or rectangle shape. You would just do the thing across and then you go the other way and you go this way and you go that. It's kind of boring that way. But if you make like tiny little projects like that I just showed you, you would have to do different stitches all the time. So I'm just like, ah! Oh, a spinning wheel? Whoa! I don't think I know anyone who has a spinning wheel. Oh! There's only 2 places that I've seen spinning wheels. One in the very first Descendants movie. The other one was in Sleeping Beauty. Yeah, those are the only 2 movies that I've actually seen a spinning wheel. I've seen like the Thai way of making silk, but I don't think that's a wheel. That's more like a square thing. I think there's a lot of things that could be automated, but I think there's a beauty in crocheting something from hand, like from scratch. You know, I think there's a beauty in that. Plus, it's like a stress reliever, in my opinion. It looks like a stress reliever, anyway. Bye bye, dude. Yeah, it's already 11:30, so I'm gonna head out and do some more research on paying. Apparently, I also need to do my dailies. I haven't. I'll figure it out somehow. It doesn't have the teleport to outside. Oh, that's cool. That's actually real cool. You know what my goal is to learn from crocheting? Is I want to learn how to make gifts. I am a terrible gift giver. When someone tells me like, you know, their birthday's coming up, I'm always like, what is the one thing I can offer to someone? And as an adult who has job, you know, I feel like there hasn't been as much time to hang out with my friends, and they feel it too. So my typical present for anyone's birthday is I take them out for a nice meal and I pay for it, and then I go home. That is my present. It's just a good meal. Because I also really like food, and I think giving people food makes me happy. I like the food giving thing, and just also quality time to like hang out and talk about stuff. You know, I think that's a really valuable thing. But I'm like, I also want to give them something. You know, I just want to give them a thing. So my brain thinks, I want to give them like a physical present that they can keep. And in the past, I would give things like skincare, because I had a bunch. But I also realized not everyone has the same skin type, so what I have isn't gonna fit for everybody. And so I stopped doing that. And now I just don't really know what to give anybody for Christmas or their birthday. Oh, hi, me daddy. I'm good. Did you jaywalk? I don't know what that means, but I think I should be saying thank you. With the bribe? No. I'm gonna bribe people with it. It's more just like spending time while eating food. I like eating food. So, you know, yeah. Oh, I also like just spending time like chatting over tea or something. Yeah, that's also one thing I really like to do. But if I can give someone tangible objects, I would like that. A mug cozy. I'm looking for a coffee mug. Wait, that's really cute. That's really cute. Adorable sounding. I want to make like multiple crochet things. I'm gonna surround myself with crochet items that are hella cute. And I need to buy a shelf for all the yarn that I'm gonna have too. Oh no, I'm already thinking how to reorganize my room. This is a bad sign. Oh no. It has begun. Yeah, bye. Oh no. Oh no. We should learn how to crochet on stream together, guys. I think we should do it. I think we should do it. I mean, I'll talk to Mom Paka. Maybe also Squeaker, but I know Squeaker. But yeah, we'll talk about the crochet thing, and then I'll pick the things that I want to buy, and then I'll try it. Okay? Yeah. I'll do it. Let me just do some research first. I'll do a crochet stream, but because it is a hand cam stream, it'll have to be a members only thing. Yeah. And I'm gonna look real dumb because I'm gonna feel performance anxiety, and I'm also a lefty, which is a problem. Me being a lefty kind of makes following tutorial's a bit difficult because I have the urge to use my left hand to crochet, but a lot of people use their right hand to crochet. So in my brain, I have to flip a video around, and yeah, it's a bit big. So, we'll see what happens if I can be ambidextrous and learn how to use my right hand instead. We'll see which one's better. Okay. Hoobadoo. Let's prepare endings. Yeah, but this has been a good midnight me. I had a good time chatting today, and I think the cut on my butt will get better. Hopefully within the week. Yeah. Okay, but I hope you guys are looking forward to this week because I have a lot of cool stuff coming up. I am looking forward to the tier list thing. Yeah. Okay. Boomst is live. You know what? I'm kind of lazy. I'm just gonna raid into my next stream and I'm just gonna call it because I'm tired. I'm kind of tired. Yeah. Tomorrow's stream is a Genshin stream. And I can heal, please. I really wanted to. No squatting for real. Bye, me, Daddy Budgie. But thank you for chatting with me tonight. I learned a lot today. Yeah, I'll definitely reach out to you, Monpaka, about the crochet stuff. Yeah. Bye, Lady Jane. Thank you for coming today. I always like these chats, the midnight chats, the late night. They feel very, very. I don't know. It's just cozy, you know. Thank you for coming. I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I have a stream tomorrow afternoon at 1. So I'll see you guys in like 13, 14 hours. Okay. Good night. I'm kind of eepy because I didn't sleep too well last night. So I'm gonna probably talk to Monpaka for a bit so I can learn more about crocheting and then go to bed. Okay. I hope you guys had a good night. I hope you liked the updated art real thing. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go bed now.